Hey, what's up everyone? Thanks for tuning back into Dad's Budget Bites, that kitchen where budget meets flavor. They come together so good. At the end of our last video, we spun our cooking wheel here. We got lunch, so we're going to be making today our spicy Cajun shrimp tacos, and we're making our own Cajun seasoning to go along with that also. So if that's your kind of thing, please stay tuned. So let's get into it and let's cook. Hey everyone, here's all the goodness that's going to be going into today's Cajun shrimp tacos. So all the spices in the back are what we're going to be using to make our Cajun seasoning with. And then we have a ripe avocado, 1 lime. I have an 8-pack of medium-sized flour tortillas. You can go with whatever your preference is if it's different from that. We're going to be using some of this cilantro, definitely not all of it. And then I have a pound of raw shrimp that's already been peeled and deveined to make life a little bit easier. The first thing we're going to do is put together a Cajun seasoning. It's definitely more economical to buy your pre-done Cajun seasoning if you don't have all or most of the ingredients already. It just so happened I just needed onion powder, so I grabbed a thing of onion powder for like $2, and now I have everything I need to make this Cajun seasoning. So I have my measuring spoons here, got a little mixing bowl. So we need 2.5 teaspoons of paprika. Then we have 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. Then we have 1¼ teaspoons of dried oregano, 1¼ teaspoons of thyme, so about 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Actually, this I would recommend, do this according to your own taste. Cayenne pepper is definitely on the spicy side. 1 teaspoon might be a little too much. And then lastly, if you want to add some red pepper flakes, you could add some of those. So up to 1/2 teaspoon of that. I'm probably going to do about 1/4 teaspoon. So in that goes. Now we could just give this a good stir. Oh yeah, that's pretty. There it is. All right, ladies and gents, on to the next step. We have our little assembly line going here. I like it. So if your shrimp was still a little bit frozen like mine was, it was still partially frozen, no worries. You just put it in a large enough bowl, fill it with some cold tap water, let it sit for like 8 to 12, maybe 13 minutes, depending on how frozen it is. Drain the water, and it should be defrosted. And what you want to do is you want to get some of that excess water off. So I have paper towels here. And you just want to get some of that liquid off, some of the excess. You don't have to worry about getting it all off. You still want it to be kind of damp because you want the seasoning to stick. But that's pretty good. You're just looking to get some of that excess water off. Now we could put those back in the bowl. So I have my tablespoon here. If you don't have a measuring tablespoon, that's fine. Cooking is never an exact science. You just go according, to your preference as well. Maybe give that like a little mix. So we want about 1 tablespoon worth. That looks pretty good to me. Give it a good stir. Ideally, you want to let this sit for about, 5 to 10 minutes. Let some of that seasoning absorb right into the shrimp. If you don't have the time, you don't have to let it sit. As far as the rest of the seasoning goes, all you got to do is put it in an airtight plastic container or a glass container, something with a lid that's going to keep the air out. And this was stored for, at least up to 6 months. So while our shrimp is hanging out, soaking up all that good seasoning, we're going to move on to preparing the cilantro, avocado, and lime. So with the cilantro for a pound of shrimp, you want about 1/4 cup. Some people say that cilantro tastes like dish soap, so if you never had it before, you might want to taste test it first, because you definitely wouldn't want, dish soap in your tacos. So that's good. We could put that there. That's about 1/4 cup. So this avocado is definitely too ripe for slices. but I prefer to mush mine anyway. I feel like you get a little bit more control. So you just want to scoop that right out. Grab a fork, give it a little mush. And then instead of slices on our shrimp tacos, we could put this on. Kind of like a guacamole, but with just avocado. So that's good to go. And I'm just going to cut that in half. Half we're going to squeeze right into the shrimp tacos, and then the other half we're going to save for the end. All right, now it's time for the grand finale, the part you all came for. So our shrimp and seasoning been vegging out now for probably a good 15 minutes. So that seasoning had plenty of time to soak in. You want to get your favorite frying pan out. I went with a 10-inch nonstick. You know, if you have a cast iron skillet, that works well too. Add your favorite oil or butter. I went with avocado oil since we're adding avocado to the tacos. It just seemed fitting. So we add that in. Oh, look at that. You want to let this cook for, with the raw shrimp, you want to let this cook for about, 4 to 6 minutes on a medium to medium high heat. If you're using pre-cooked shrimp, probably a couple minutes is plenty. Our shrimp is now done. Look at that. They have a nice little crust on them. Perfect. So our shrimp is nicely done. At the way end with half of that lime, I just like to squirt the lime juice right in there. Right before it comes out. So the heat's actually off. These are done cooking. We'll put them back in our glass bowl so they don't continue cooking. Give that a little stir. All right, we're getting very close. I can almost taste it. All right, everyone, I promise we're getting close. So the shrimp's done, our veggies are done, everything else is done. If you want to take a shrimp taco to the next level though, what you can do, reusing the same pan with the seasoning on it, just add a couple drops of oil. You don't need a lot. That's probably about a teaspoon of that. While the pan is still hot, but not too hot, so it's on a medium heat, we can throw our tortilla right in the pan, and that's going to soak up some of this yummy goodness that's stuck to the pan as well. You don't need long. I would just do one side so both sides aren't messy. So the outside, the part that you touch, is still clean. Maybe 20, 30, 40 seconds. Just to kind of soak up some of that goodness. Kind of give it a little jiggle, a little wiggle. So it's not sitting in one spot too long. All right, let's see. Ah, look at that. Boom. Our tacos are now next level. All right, everyone, we're at the best part of the video now. We get to taste what we made, see if our hard work paid off, reflect on it a little bit, and see if there's anything that we could have done better. So this was actually one of my daughter's recommendations, my other daughter, Jen. So she's been asking me to do this for a couple weeks, and I figured I would give it a shot. And I think it came out great. She's made these a number of times. I don't think I ever made it myself before. But yeah, it was easy enough to follow along with. Hopefully you guys follow along at home and try it out for yourselves. Let me give you guys a close-up. Looks awesome. So let's see how we did. Tons of flavor going on there. The spice that we use, the Cajun seasoning, that definitely gives it a little bit of a kick. But the avocado also has like an opposite effect where it kind of cools it off at the same time. And yeah, quite a flavor explosion. Try it out at home. Let me know what you guys think. Give me your thoughts. Give me your feedback. Let me know if you would do anything differently. But yeah, that was a great suggestion. That was a hit. And now it's time for the end of the video where we spin the wheel to set up our next video. So we ended on lunch. That's what prompted us to make our shrimp tacos. Now we'll give it a good old spin and see what we have in store for next time. All right, what are we going to get? Round and around. Dinner. What's that? Dinner, right? We're going to be doing dinner next time. Please be sure to tune into that. That'll be a good one. Always got a couple ideas floating around, getting help from the kids also, so that never hurts. If you got anything out of this video and you enjoyed it, please hit that thumbs up. I do appreciate it. Drop me a comment. I love hearing your thoughts and your feedback. Share it with your friends and family. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And then be sure to hit that notification bell also for future videos. So I'll see you all next time. I had fun today. See you all then.